Hello, this is a short video on how to configure Google Scholar to gain access to TUS Library's licensed resources such as books and articles. By the end of this video, you will be able to understand the pros and cons of using Google Scholar and configure Google Scholar to gain access to TUS Library's licensed resources. Before using Google Scholar, we should consider some of its pros and cons for your research. So some advantages of using Google Scholar are that it can be very useful to find books, articles, grey literature such as conference proceedings, and other types of resources that may not be included in the library's databases. It's also free and it's relatively easy to use, and it can be a useful complement to the existing library databases. Some disadvantages of Google Scholar are that it does not search with the same degree of accuracy as some of the library databases, and there are fewer options when it comes to narrowing down search results. For example, you will see many of the results do not include a link to full text access. Another con is that the material and the results can vary in quality and they're not always peer-reviewed. So while it's not recommended to use Google Scholar as your only source of information for your research, it is very useful when used in combination with the existing library databases that we have access to via TUS Library. So before we can use Google Scholar, we need to configure it correctly. And to do that, we need to go to the Google Scholar homepage. Here I have Google search engine open, but you can use any search engine or browser that you like. We will type in scholar.google.com. You can see it's suggesting it there for me. We'll use that. We'll click on the link here for Google Scholar. And this is the Google Scholar homepage. We'll go here to the top left of the screen to the three bars and click on that. And scroll down to Settings and Library Links. This is the default you will see if you're off campus or using a non-TUS network. If you're on campus, there should be options here for TUS, but I'm off campus here, so we're going to manually configure. And the way we do that is in the box, we'll type in TUS and hit the blue search button. And you can see now two options have appeared that are specific to TUS, and we will select both and click Save. And now we have configured Google Scholar and it is ready for us to use. So with Google Scholar now successfully configured, we can use it to perform a search. Let's do an example search here. We'll type into the box Agricultural Law Ireland, and we'll hit the blue search button. And you can see straight away on the right hand side of the screen, we have results that have a link that says Find in TUS Library, which means we have configured it successfully. So we'll click on this first result here on the link. If you're off campus, you may at this point be asked to put in your TUS username and password. If you're on campus, it may direct you straight to the resource. And as you can see here, because I'm on campus, it has directed me straight to the resource. And I have the option now to download this or read it here as it's presented on screen. That brings us to the end of this video on how to configure Google Scholar. I hope you found it useful. If you require any further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask a member of TUS Library staff, or you can email us at library@tus.ie.